Welcome to Crooning Wolf ASMR. Please like, comment, subscribe, and make yourself comfortable. Well. What do we have here? A new scent comes stumbling into my lair. Smells human. This is a dangerous place to be, human. Especially for something as small and weak as you. I don't smell more than one of you. Did you come alone, little human? There's no one outside. Yes, you're here all by your lonesome. Is it a game of courage, little human? A dare? Did you come to grab a souvenir and run? To giggle over amongst your friends? Ah. That scent. Sorrow. Hatred. Is this a business opportunity, perhaps? You know of what I am, what I do. Have you come to barter for my services? You have. My. It has been so long since someone came here for that. Usually it's just knights and adventurers come to plunder any hidden treasures and slay the wicked beast. Sometimes one of the monster races will send some trumped-up champion. I like those ones the best. It lets me know who to target next. And don't take this the wrong way, but you humans just aren't very appetizing. Oh, excuse me. I got caught up in remembering my last meal. You have very fortunate timing, little human. I was just about to leave after today. Go find some wayward creature and make it my prey. But something tells me that I don't need to anymore. I won't be tiding myself over with some small morsel. The smell of you tells me that I'll be positively glutting myself soon. That's why you came, isn't it? To find the monster that other monsters fear? I thought so. You humans are lovely like that. Individually, you are so very, very weak. And when you come together, you are surprisingly strong. But when you get broken apart, when you're made weak again, you humans have no problem turning to others for aid. Whether that aid is for company, supplies, opportunity, or vengeance. I love it. I truly do. So many opportunities for me to do what I do best have come from humanity. You all make such wonderful clients. I don't even mind making sure you're my least hunted prey. So tell me, human, what brings you here? What terrible turn of events has led you all the way to the monster's den? No, actually, wait. I'm in a good mood, and you seem rather perturbed. So how about I try and guess? I can find out quite a bit just from your scent, you know. You just sit there and collect yourself, then let me know if I'm right. Sound good? Of course it does. So... It's a bit like that wine tasting you humans are so fond of. Something to be taken in stages. The upper scent, the strongest one is rage, mixed with pain. This isn't just a job or a quest, it's personal. What you want me to hunt has wronged you greatly. Or rather, people you cared for. I smell fire, smoke, blood, death. You survived when the rest didn't. Isn't that right? Did you hide when disaster struck? Or were you hidden away by another so that you could live? I don't smell the shame of cowardice. So you were hidden against your will. And who was it that came marauding? Was it the beast folk of the Eastern Mountain? The goblins in the forest? Perhaps the gremlins in the swamps, as if a plague of locusts? No, none of those. I smell feathers, musk, air currents, harpies. No, the scent of weapons looms as well, and the harpy clans would never deign to use steel. Ah, interesting. It has been some time since the Fallen drove mortals before them. It has been even longer since I've fought one. They do loathe your kind, however. I'm not surprised they would do this. So, how did I do? Was I accurate enough? Was the force that pillaged your friends and family, that razed your village, was it the Fallen? Did seething hatred descend upon your people, borne on tainted wings? Was it the unfettered loathing which saw them cast out of the heavens that drove them towards you? Yes, I thought so. In fact, I can even tell you that these Fallen were freshly debased from the heavens. Older Fallen have a stench about them, a tainted, oily sourness. It's very unique. Even a greater lich or demon doesn't carry such filth to their scent. But then, those creatures haven't betrayed everything that makes them what they are, have they? No, they merely fulfill their basest desires. Those wretches are exactly what they are meant to be. The Fallen, however, they are meant to be holy, gracious, humble, bringers of hope, champions of good, paragons of what is right. Instead, they loathe, they despair, they rage, they profane, and they are cast down. Mind you, I've never quite understood why they are cast down and not cut down. After all, it is humans that draw their ire, and it is humans that suffer most after they fall. I am not a god, however, so I suppose it doesn't really matter. How do I know all that? Why, I have dealt with one before. As I said, just the one, mind you. This was many years ago, when I was a much younger and weaker abomination. As you can see, I take the guise of a mortal. It is simpler, you see. And the fallen, well, they will sometimes charge at anything that looks human enough. It was an interesting experience, to say the least. I wonder, would you like to hear it? Marvelous. Then please, situate yourself comfortably. I will tell you of my fight, and whet my appetite as I do. Now, where to begin? As I said, I take the form of a human for much of the time. I have better things to be due than attacked on sight, and it is frustrating to have any particular hunt brought to a standstill by some adventurer with more bravado than brains. So, it was in an afternoon some century or two ago that I was making my way to the southern wastes. I had caught word of a small pack of minor wares in the area, and was beginning a hunt for them. Some fool of a holy warrior had attacked me a fortnight prior, so I decided to use his gear as a cover story. It was useful to pose as a hunter of the supernatural back then. People didn't ask as many questions if you carried a holy symbol and a silver sword. I had just set up camp for the night when the vilest smell I had ever had the displeasure of experiencing came over me. Now, as you may have noticed, my sense of smell is rather strong, and an easy way to gauge the beings and places around me. A stench like that? Well, my guard was higher than it had ever been before. That didn't do much to help me when the fallen came hurtling out of the sky, goring me through the stomach with his spear. They have an almost rabid hatred for humans, and the younger ones can become almost mindless in their attack. Oh, yes. Fallen can take male or female forms. As pure angels, they don't actually have a gender. Their bodies morph upon the fall to most accurately reflect their personality and preference. Male fallen are rarer than female ones, I'll admit. I've no idea why, given the easiest explanation of seduction doesn't really apply to them. I don't think I've ever heard of a fallen mating with another species, though I've not traveled as much as others. As I was saying, the fallen had brought me to the ground, pinned to the earth by his corrupted spear. He was not expecting my answering claws to nearly disembowel him, but it was enough to place distance between us. While he healed, I forced the spear through my torso and deeper into the stone beneath me. What followed was a near 2-hour battle, my natural weapons against his summoned ones. The holy sword I was carrying would have been useful, but I had no training with weapons. My near death had also driven me into a more instinctual mindset, so I was in no position to even consider trying to use it. The only thing that saved me, I believe, was the fallen did not guess at my true nature until the very end. He kept trying methods and tactics that would have proven lethal against other beings. Methods and tactics I could power through or shrug off. Still, my savagery was almost no match for his millennia of experience. I was simply more resilient and could more easily heal from wounds. It was a battle of attrition, and I won it. Just barely. I won't give you all the details, of course. I'm a private monster, and secrecy is one layer of my defenses. But I've grown wiser and more powerful since those days, so I can confidently say that I can deal with those fallen that assaulted your home. I'd tell you to wait here while I go track them down, but enough adventurers and monsters alike come here that it would be ill-advised for your health to stay here unguarded while I'm gone. And I do want you to remain well, little human. So, go wherever you are staying. I will find you when I'm done, and we can conclude our arrangement. I do not know how long it will take to find them, so don't expect my arrival. Just go about your business. One last thing before you go, little human. Do you have any requests for how I handle them? You want them to suffer? Oh my. Yes, little human, I can do that. Careful now. You might just become my new favorite.